application for the inquest into the Stardust disaster, which was delivered to you on the 2nd of April 2019 by our solicitor, Mr. Darrell Macklin. As you are aware, we have clearly shown in our application how the law has not been adhered to in our case for our loved ones to have a verdict recorded. The original inquests were held in 1982, and the verdict which was recorded was a medical verdict, which is not in line with the law under the Coroners Act, Section 24 of the 1962 Act. The law has to be applied, and verdicts must be recorded in accordance. To date, we have been promised 4 deadlines for a decision from your good self, of which the first date was the 16th of July 2019, then subsequently brought forward to the end of July. It was further brought forward again to sometime in August. We then got written confirmation from your office that we would definitely have a response on the 20th of September, of which on the 11th hour we were informed this would not be possible. The subsequent date is now close of business on the 25th of September, which is tomorrow. We understand that our application was comprehensive and requires time to fully assess. However, we cannot understand why on 4 occasions we have been given dates, only to have our hopes dashed with a further postponement. Since July, the families have been given dates and are under untold stress and have been left in a state of limbo. The repeated postponements have caused us huge distress. While we are not in any way suggesting that your office is intentionally trying to cause us pain, or unfortunately that is the consequence of the delays. We are therefore asking that there will be no further delays and that your office will give us a commitment that we will receive a decision on the 25th of September, a decision that we hope will be positive, so that we can finally have a true verdict recorded for each of the 48 victims who perished in the Stardust disaster on 14th of February 1981. We'd also request that the Office of the Attorney General take on board our experience over the last number of months and will commit to establish a code of practice for the communication of decision dates to the victims, that his office will agree to the non-issuance of decision dates to relatives under the Attorney General himself is satisfied, until the Attorney General himself is satisfied that a decision can be given on that date. Yours sincerely, Stardust Victims Committee. And I'm going to hand that into the Attorney General. This is the complaint. We were in Strasbourg in last March, and we met with the Council of Europe, and we told them about the 38 years of systematic abuse that we have been put through by the Irish state and the agencies. And in this complaint, it goes back to 1981, days after the tragedy, the Stardust disaster, that Charlie Hyde picked our solicitors. He interfered with our rights. He interfered with our rights to life, our rights to justice. He decided to give us arson, so we would never go to court. We couldn't sue anybody. And we were left like that for 5 years until the state then came along and gave us a compensation ex gratia system. But the state knows what the truth is. They had her all the time. They knew about the 999 call. They knew there was no basement in the Stardust. Everything is contained in this, right down to all the systematic abuse that we have sustained from the Irish state. And the paperwork, the paper trail is included as well, where they made the mistakes given to us in the years past. So that's on its way to the Council of Europe, and it's also going to the Ombudsman and other institutions for the treatment that us families have sustained. I'm going to put you over to Lynn Boylan.